There we go. Hello.
Hey, Nicole.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Enjoying the sunshine today.
Awesome. It's a little bit cloudy where we are today, but I think it's clearing up a little bit.
Good. Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. No complaints here.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, I'm excited to have you. I don't know if you know, but I'm originally from New Jersey. I still have most of my family back there. Flemington area, White
Yeah.
House.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, so I'm sure I'll be making an appearance there this year sometime. But yeah, so I'm very fond of New Jersey. I feel
Awesome.
like it's
Awesome.
misunderstood.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of great stuff in New Jersey, so I'm happy to hear that you have some familiar and background here.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, why don't we start if you want to introduce yourself, talk a little bit about your real estate background, and then where about your service area. I know North and Central Jersey, but if you could maybe get a little more specific.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Joe Lacerda, and I'm with the Lacerda team at Berkshire Hathaway, HomeServices, Fox and Roach Realtors. And a little bit about me: I was born and raised in South Plainfield, New Jersey, which is about an hour or so outside of New York City. And growing up, just loved hanging out with my friends. Still very close with them today. We'd ride our bikes around town. Grew up playing soccer and basketball. Also, really like running. That's something I still do today. And yeah, other current things, me and my fiance recently engaged, so we're planning a big wedding for next year, so that's really fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And yeah, so as far as real estate, so I went to the College of New Jersey, and then
Okay.
going into my senior year of college, I got my license. And then when I graduated, I joined my family's team, the Lacerda team. So I'm a third generation real estate agent. So
Okay.
grandfather was broker, realtor. Then my mother became a real estate agent in 1995, and then my
Okay.
father joined, and then yeah, I joined, and we also have our other agent, our buyer specialist, Michelle. So I've been licensed and been doing this for 12 years now.
Okay. Awesome. So, what I guess I want to know what your average price point is, but I feel like it could be all over the map depending on the areas that you're going to. So, can you touch maybe on places that people might be more familiar with, and or if there's a certain area that you work in the most, and talk about what the price point might be?
Yeah, so what's pretty cool is I mentioned I'm from South Plainfield, so that's in Middlesex County, New Jersey. I currently live in Westfield, which is in Union County, New Jersey. And then my office is in Watchung, New Jersey, which is in Somerset County.
Okay.
So what's pretty cool is like this is all within like 20 minutes or so. It's kind of like this
Okay.
triangle. So those are my main three counties that I serve. Our
Okay.
average sales price is around like 625,000, I would say. But
Okay.
like you said, even within like the town I'm living in right now, some starter homes could be around the 6 to 700, and then there's other homes like on the other side of town that are like 2.5 million. So it like
Okay.
varies a lot.
Right. Place.
Yeah. So, but I service about 10 counties. There's 21 in New Jersey. I
Hmm.
service about 10 of them, and yeah, what's really cool is like we're about an hour outside of New York.
Hmm.
We're almost about an hour from Philly, an hour from the Jersey Shore. So it's
It's a
pretty
good
cool,
spot.
like how many features, yeah, all the
Yeah.
spots that you're within a pretty short distance.
So would you say a lot of people who live there are working in New Jersey? Are you just far enough away from the city? You don't get a lot of city commuting?
Yeah. So we definitely have since COVID, like, the work from home, but we
Hmm.
definitely have a lot of people that live in New Jersey and work in New York City. So
Okay.
something that's good for people to know if they're relocating compared to maybe other parts of the country, there's a lot of public transportation. So like you have
Right.
a lot of, you can take the bus, the train, the light rail. There's a lot, I mean, all the interstate highways, like, you for driving. So it's very much like you can commute to New
Right.
York being an hour outside of New Jersey, no problem.
Very easy. I've taken the
Yeah.
bus and the train.
Yeah.
It's been years, but yeah, a lot of options for sure.
Yes.
So I guess outside of commuting, being a little further away from the city, but working there, what are some of the attractions for New Jersey? What's bringing people into your area?
Yeah, so I would definitely say work, there's a lot of job opportunity just, being right in the middle of Philadelphia, New York City.
Hmm.
So I think just job relocation, definitely. Um, I also think the schools, I think we're pretty competitive throughout the country. There's a lot of really great schools in New Jersey. So I
Okay.
think people with families, that might be relocating for job, but also just looking for a good school district for their family. And I think also just, again, being so accessible to just a lot of these, like, if you want to be close to New York, if you want to be close to Philadelphia, if you want to be
Right.
near the Jersey Shore, you do just
Right.
have like a lot. And then we're also the Garden State. It's
Right.
funny. I'm sure like a lot of people have maybe seen certain movies or TV shows like The Sopranos, where it really
Right.
shows a lot of like the New Jersey Turnpike and the New York City skyline. But
Right.
when you head more out west, there's a lot of beautiful, like, state parks,
Right.
hiking. It can get very like green and just like very lush and beautiful.
Farmland, horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents have very fond memories of like roadside farm stands, working at those when they were a kid. And where my family lives, there's a ton of green farmland and it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I've sold a few houses out in like the Flemington area. We
Hmm.
we go out there for certain clients for sure. And yeah, it's like much more open and beautiful farmland.
Yeah. I feel like there have been a few more obvious TV shows that don't give it the best reputation, but
Yeah.
in general, that's not what it is at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, if somebody is relocating to that area, what are some things that they should be aware of?
Yeah, I would say, if you're coming from, a different part of the country, whether that be the Midwest or down south, it's definitely a little more fast paced here. I would
Hmm.
say like that's something that they should know. Like I just think things move like very quickly. There's like a fast pace, even from getting the groceries at the grocery store to just like that type of vibe, I would say is something that they should definitely know. But I think also it's very diverse here. There's a lot of
Right.
different cultures and groups. If they're looking for good food, I might be biased, but New Jersey has
No,
some of the
I
best
I
food in the
agree with you.
country.
That's where my
So,
brain went. Chinese food, fantastic pizza. Like,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
there's options.
yeah, bagels, like
Hmm.
everything. They'll be very, very happy with the food here.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree with you at all about that. So I'm not as familiar with your area. I stick close to my family when I visit. So if I'm just in your area for a day, where are the places that I have to stop?
Yeah, so I mean, even right where I'm living in Westfield, I would say like, if you were with your family, like starting the day, just head to the downtown, maybe grab some breakfast at Turning Point. That's like a fun brunch spot that
Okay.
people go to. There's really beautiful parks in the area. There's like Mindawaskan Park, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. There's like a beautiful walking path, and then there's like a really nice playground for younger kids. Then there's like shops, all different types. There's like a very famous chocolate bar shop in town.
Oh, cool.
There's also a plant shop called Terrace, and the owner's really nice there. You could like kind of customize a plant. They like help you like build it. It's really cool there.
Okay.
They have a lot of good restaurants. Ferraro's, like for Italian, could be like a good one. And then, if it was summertime, I would definitely tell them like you should head down the shore.
Yeah.
We have like over 100 miles of beach, and there's
Yes.
really beautiful spots. I know everybody, if you're not from New Jersey, you might not know that, but there's a lot of really nice beaches here.
So I guess, and I've been to the shore, but it's been a long time. So I know
Yeah.
there's areas of boardwalk where they have all kinds of games and shops and food. Is
Yep.
that pretty consistent down the coast, or is it more certain spots that you see that?
Yeah, I would say certain spots. So you have like your famous ones where it's like Point Pleasant Beach.
Hmm.
You have like Jenkinson's. Then you have Seaside, which has a really big boardwalk. Atlantic City, which is I think the
Right.
longest boardwalk I think in the country actually.
Oh,
It's very
okay.
long. And
Yeah.
then so those are like your main, but there's a lot of different little towns that
Hmm.
have like nice walking boardwalks. There's like Asbury Park, which is a really fun spot. Then you have like even like Lavalette is a really beautiful shore town where there's like a
Hmm.
walking boardwalk. It's like very like weekly rentals, a lot of family down there. And then there's like one of my favorite spots. It's actually all the way at the tip of the most southern part of New Jersey, which is Cape May, New Jersey.
Okay. Yes,
It
I'm
has
familiar.
like a Victorian type of feel because like back from like the later 1800s, I think, when certain homes and things were built, and it is like really fun down there and a blast. It
Okay.
almost feels like sometimes people from New Jersey say it feels like we're not in New Jersey. Like it feels like we're in a different area. I would
Okay.
definitely recommend anybody to check out Cape May.
Awesome. Thank you for that tip. I've
Yeah.
definitely heard it mentioned, but I never knew where it was. So that's helpful.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's technically exit 0 on Garden State Parkway. So it's all the
Okay.
way.
You
Yep.
can't forget that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for this.
Yeah.
If somebody is looking to make a move there, has questions about the area, is Instagram a good way to reach you? Is there
Yeah.
a better avenue?
Yeah, Instagram, Joe Lacerda underscore, that would be the best place. Just send me
Okay.
a DM. Be more than happy to help. We help first time home buyers, investors, estate sales, relocation, downsizing. We mainly do residential sales. I also do a little bit of commercial. So be
Okay.
more than happy to help anybody that is looking to move to New Jersey.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for taking a few minutes out of your Sunday to chat with me.
Yeah.
And it was good to see you. I'm hopefully I'll see you soon.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely, Nicole. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Really
you too.
awesome getting to talk to you. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right. Sounds good. Enjoy your Sunday.
All right. Bye, Nicole.
Bye.